Okay guys, I got a 2006. I just resealed this engine. It has 85,000 miles. The older one is over there. That's the old one, it's knocking. And I'm replacing the engine, like you guys see it. I know some guys, they like to remove the whole cradle or sub frame and basically disconnect the harness from inside. But everybody does different. I do it my way. I respect everybody. You do it your way and you think you can do it better, well, it's fine for me. I'm not here for competition. But one thing I'm just gonna mention to you before I forget. See, I just put a plug in there so I don't lose any transmission fluid. When this engine goes back together, if it happens, you are doing an engine, do not tighten these bolts. I mean, you can just snug it by hand, but do not tighten it all the way down, because if the torque converter is not aligned and if this torque converter pops a little bit and you don't notice and you're just gonna crush it and you're gonna ruin the oil pump, the front pump on the transmission. So just be careful. Make sure it goes all the way back in and it turns nice and friendly. And when you pull in the engine, if you're doing this way, just make sure you didn't hit this windshield. Be careful with your radiator. Here's the new engine. Like I say, I just put in new valve covers, new oil seals on these timing marks. If you guys notice, here's a little tiny mark. You can almost not see it. Matter of fact, you cannot see it. You just feel it. So I just put a mark right there, and the line is right there. And this one has got a little V. So right there, this is my mark. On this bolt, make sure you use Loctite, the red one, because right behind is the oil pump, and if you don't have it tight, that thing is gonna sip oil later. On this timing belt, you notice this is front. Okay, there's two marks. One right here on the timing belt, and the other one is in the sprocket. So right there is right on the money. And the other mark is right there on the dot. And as you guys can see, the other one is right here on the top, right here. So it's aligned. So tomorrow I'm gonna install this engine, and there is a lot of parts. So as you can see, all these bolts right here, all the bolts right there, all the bolts right here, and all the bolts right there, and right there, and there is more parts. So it's a lot of parts. And the harness, just be careful with the harness, not to pinch, not to crush it, not to destroy it. Just be careful. And on this timing, I forgot to tell you this. There is a little holder right here I removed by accident. So I'm just gonna install it, but because it's out of the vehicle, it's really easy. You just boom, 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 done. I just put a new water pump, like I said, new rollers, new tensioner, and this thing is still loose. I'm just gonna do it right now. See, let's pull that thing. So it's got some tension. So I'm just gonna spin the engine, so it's gonna be nice. But right now it doesn't have any spark plug, so it's really easy. And the motor outside is so easy. Everything is easy. It's see. So on the bottom, looks like it's right there, and right there. So good now. Looks right in the money. Tomorrow is gonna be a hard day. Hopefully everything goes nice and smooth. I'll see you guys next time. And if you guys replacing the flex plate, make sure you use Loctite on those bolts. Same on the camshaft sprocket bolts and the crankshaft bolt. Just a little drop, it won't hurt. And make sure everything is tight. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.